Welcome back to another video. My name is Oliver.
My name is Chase.
And I'm Dylan.
And together, we're Project Today.
Today is a massive day. I can honestly say everything is starting to look up.
Ha! Funny.
See what I did there? Because today we are going to be starting and making and hopefully finishing our ceiling. Let's go!
In the last video, we had a lot of work on the interior of our truck, and that's going to continue this video. First, let's get set up to paint our tongue and groove boards for the ceiling.
Sorry, I messed up. I thought I was gonna sneeze.
You didn't even sneeze.
I didn't. I was trying to hold it. I was trying to hold it so badly.
No worries.
And then I like made a face and then sorry. All right, go.
No worries. You're good. All right, let's get painting.
What happened? I tripped.
Good morning. Out here early this morning to get a little paint station set up so that we can paint our tongue and groove boards for our ceiling. Also, did you see that fall that Oliver took in the intro? Eek. I hope he's okay.
I just fell on my back.
Okay.
I'm good.
All done, ready to be painted.
All right, and now it is time to start painting this wood. We need all of it to be a nice and crisp white. So first things first, we're going to sand all of this down, make it nice and flat, put some primer on that, and then paint it with paint primer. Kind of doubling up on primer, but that's what we're doing. We've got it all set out. Dylan got it laid out all nicely for me. Let's get to it.
Whoa, 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 that's a lot. That's way too much.
Really? Halfway done.
I also just went to change my clothes because I realized I was getting tiny splatters of paint on my clothes. So now I'm in paint clothes that I don't really care about. Time to get back to painting.
Done with the primer, basically. So, good work. It looks good.
Looks really good. Chase, I have something to admit to you.
You have something to admit to me?
Yes.
Oh no.
There was a time at Home Depot about 2 weeks ago where you wanted to buy a giant container of paint. And I was like, no, let's get the smaller one. We don't need all that paint for one tiny van.
This might be the stuff. It's huge. It's kind of expensive, but so was the right one.
You're telling me this is the wrong paint?
Well, do you really think we'll need this much paint for one small van?
Fine, I'll carry it back all the way across the store.
No, you can take the cart.
See you, Chase.
I remember this very well.
And I want to say that I was incorrect. I think we will easily run out of the paint we bought and should have gone with a larger size. So I just wanted to admit that to you. Confess, come clean. I'm sorry for making you carry that paint bucket all the way across the store, only to make you carry it back and get a smaller one.
Look at this. This is coming full circle.
Yeah.
It's okay. I accept your apology. Next time we'll buy more paint.
And after that surprising admission, all we had to do was let the primer sit and dry for about an hour.
All right, it's been a little over an hour. I've cleaned off the boards that we're now going to start painting. Let's open this thing up. All right, it's time for some more painting. Time lapse, go. Got everywhere. Worth it. I got my shoe again. I'm an idiot. All right, that is the first coat of paint done on top of this, and I gotta say, looks pretty good. And I have beard on my face. I have a beard on my face.
Where? Like there? There? Do I have one?
Not
Does
good.
she have one?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't see a beard on her face.
I think I got a mustache.
I'll give you a paint mustache. All right, well, we're gonna let this first coat sit. Come back a little bit later on, give it a second coat, then maybe even later on a third coat. I don't know.
Boom.
All right, it is a new day. I finished painting these boards last night, late into the night. So it was fun. Painting at night is pretty fun, I found. And yeah, we're ready to get these onto the ceiling.
Today we're going to be doing easy cool, pre-wiring, and then start to hopefully install some of these boards on our ceiling. Exciting.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Woo! Two final things we need to do before we install our ceiling. One is to just run wiring for our lights. And then two, we're gonna put up another layer of easy cool insulation on most of the ceiling. After we do those two things, we should be able to screw in our tongue and groove panels. As we put the wire up on the ceiling, using this foil tape again, and I have it on my arm so that I can just grab and use it without holding it in my other hand. And then I have this blue tape that prevents it from falling further down my arm. This ingenious system was accidental, but very effective. Okay, the pre-wiring for the devices in the ceiling is officially done. We have our front fan, back fan, lights, and solar panels that will all come down to our later electrical cabinet below me. But for now, just those wires are run and we're good. Chase, put up the Easy Cool.
And the final step before we can put the ceiling on is some Easy Cool on either side of the wires on both sides. Let's do it. Go. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, look at that. Easy Cool is on there. This ceiling, or this roof is ready for a ceiling. Let's go.
First piece is in. It was definitely harder than anticipated, but we learned a lot from this first one that will change our technique up. We're going to kind of basically pre-drill some holes in the wood so that it's easier to get those screws in initially. Then also figure out some way that we can hold these beams up so that this screw actually taps into the metal quickly without just pushing the wood up off of the metal. Those were our two main problems, but we should be able to fix them on future tongue and groove.
And after spending almost 3 hours installing one tongue and groove board alone, we decided to call it a night, come back again the next morning ready to do some more.
Hello camera. You may be wondering what we're doing in here. Well, we're putting up our ceiling, if I do say so. And we got these new screws, let me show you. The top of this screw is much better because it will go into the wood and will be flush with the wood so that then later we can cover up these holes with putty and then paint them
Putty.
and then paint them white, and then you won't even know that the screws are there. It's a beauty, if I do say so myself.
It looks lovely, mate. Can't wait to put on some putty.
So I changed out the 6 screws we already had and put these new ones in. It's working just beautifully. Beautifully.
We apologize to anyone out there who's offended by our accents.
Look, we're trying our best, you know. You have to practice. If you have any advice, please leave it in the comments because I'd love to improve.
Advice on how to improve with our accents?
Yeah, like
oh, that's beautiful.
I mean, yeah, if there are words that I said just blatantly incorrectly, please let me know.
Putty. You think there's less emphasis on the T, maybe,
Putty.
right? Like instead of putty.
You're saying it's like an alveolar tap, Chase? Putty?
Of course, it's an alveolar tap.
Any linguistics people out there? I took one class in college so far, so I know a little bit, but not much.
Putty.
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 This may look weird to you. This is just you know, one of our boards, but with a bunch of screws sticking out of it and not fully drilled in. And that's because when we put this up on the roof yesterday, this last one, it was hard to hold the drill up and get this hole started with these self-drilling screws because we didn't pre-drill any holes. So this is us kind of pre-drilling holes because it's much easier to get these in when they're on the floor and you're above them. And so we're gonna see if this method works of drilling these screws half in and then putting it up on the ceiling and then drilling them all the way in. This is probably not the most efficient way to do things. I bet that you know something better to do, but this is what we're doing. We're gonna see if it works. Let's try. Oh, 2 done. 2 done. Methods seem to mostly work. We need to make sure our screws are straight, perfectly straight. And also I think we're gonna go create a support of a 2x4 that will just sit here so it'll put pressure on the ceiling so we don't have to put as much pressure just holding it up. I think that'll help us.
Let's hope. All right, it's been almost 3 hours since we last filmed.
What?
And those 3 hours have been pretty frustrating, as you can see behind us. We haven't exactly made a ton of progress. We've only got 4 of these screwed in. This morning we had to get new screws, that's why we didn't do this last night. Well, Dylan went and got new screws again. So we've been having our struggles, but we think that we have finally found a system that works. And yeah, let's just get through the rest of these hopefully pretty quickly, right?
Yes, let's do it. I think with our new system, we can do it.
All right, there we go. We're gonna call this good for the night. We've got 7 pieces in.
ceiling's coming together.
And it did take some time on this first day to figure out our system for how we're gonna put these in. A lot of experimenting.
Ton.
But now we have a system figured out, and now it's just banging it out. It should just take a few more hours. Not too bad.
Oh, why would you say something like that? Curse us.
I'm not gonna curse us.
I'm not gonna worry.
Work.
We're chilling.
gonna work.
We're chilling.
We got to figure it out. It just took most of the day.
See you tomorrow.
Today is the day that we get our ceiling installed, fully installed.
Let's go.
It's maybe 40% of the way there right now. But the next thing we have to do with this ceiling is we run into the spots where our lights are going to be. So we have this hole saw that we're going to cut holes for our LED puck lights that will go into the ceiling.
And then we'll thread the wires through that and be ready to install.
Just to explain where we are, we're doing this odd looking thing because we had already pre-wired before we put up these boards. So it just happened to line up that one of the lights would be right in between these two boards. You can see this circle right in the middle. So we just have to make this kind of odd system to cut a perfect hole that's in between two boards. Not ideal, but it's okay.
Hey. Nice. Frames your head perfectly.
I think it works.
All right, next side.
Watch this. Watch this.
I saw it coming too, but I thought you were gonna throw that Dylan. Hey, what's this? Children, children.
All right, it is late into the night. What time is it?
Not that late.
Not that late, it's just
only,
getting dark early.
It's only 7:55.
But we got the entire, well, most of the ceiling installed, and it looks really, really good.
Yeah, like 90% of the ceiling is done. It's pretty awesome.
So we did what we came to do today.
Yeah, that looks great.
Tomorrow, we'll clean some stuff up, add a few more pieces.
Get it done.
Woo!
Good night. Again. Oh, wait. Where's the door? Bill?
I'm scared.
Where's the door?
Dark. Ah! Okay, so now, time to put the rest of the ceiling up. We're gonna put it along these pieces, just above the track. We're gonna line them up all the way across this entire area here. It'll complete the ceiling. This is gonna be tough to do with one person. All right, I got some help. Time to install. Let's go.
Also, it's the next day.
We've
been moving very slowly with this thing, but that's okay. It's part of the process. The final few pieces of this side should be pretty easy. We're hoping.
All right, one more side.
The final piece of our ceiling.
Oh, we did it.
Done. Our ceiling is done.
Our ceiling is done.
It's official.
Looks beautiful. Wow.
It does.
God, so nice to have this up, guys. So nice.
No, it's awesome. And it's like we painted it, we did it ourselves from scratch, and to have something look this beautiful blows my mind every time.
Yeah. And we still got plenty of stuff to touch up and make it look even more beautifuler.
Ah, yes.
Of course, more beautiful.
Beautifuler. Another thing we're going to be doing is these wires that you see all over the ceiling will turn into lights. So we can get those wired up. We'll put some putty and then repaint this ceiling so it looks all nice and clean and pristine.
It looks beautiful, and it's really good that it looks this beautiful because we're going to be doing the exact same thing for our walls, which is going to be coming in the very next video. And when we do that,
Dylan's bouncing off the walls.
when we do that, this is going to be just a fully, the box truck is going to start looking like the tiny home where everything around us isn't gonna, there won't be any more XPS, there won't be any more plywood, there won't be any more annoying wires and things. It's gonna look beautiful, and that's all coming in the very next episode. If you wanna make sure you don't miss that episode, subscribe to the channel right down below, smash that subscribe button. See what I did there? I threw them for a loop. They thought I was gonna say smash the like button.
Whoa. I thought you did too, because I did that.
Change your pace.
Exactly. By the way, hit the like button before you go. Comment down below. Let us know if you like the build. If you think this ceiling is as beautiful as we think it is. Whatever you want to talk about in the comment section down below. And we will see you all again next time. Adios!
Later!
I didn't mean to smack you.